deserved it as a human being.
No more mental health ghetto.
You got a choice? Yeah! I want to hear that today. You got a choice.
No! 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 No!
Yeah!
No! 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 No!
Yeah!
No! 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 No!
What a great day. Hey, I want to hear it. We got to call alternatives today, right? Alternatives? All right, get a gander in my arms. You look at my arms? I want a fucking alternative to this. I want to see. You know what? I have something I want to show you. Here's an old friend of mine, an old friend of the movement, and he couldn't be here today because his wife has some serious problems. But I want to dedicate this to him. These shirts have been designed by a fellow named George Ebert or his whole gang from the Mental Patient Liberation Alliance. This is being taped. Oh, great. Cut that, right? Yeah. All right, and guess what, everybody? We have 100 or so shirts that are large, small, and extra large for all of you today. Obviously, the treatment nearly killed me, but the apartment center's kept me alive. Get a shirt.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, electroshock has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Electroshock has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho, electroshock has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Electroshock has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho,
Electroshock has got to go! Hey, hey, ho, ho! Electroshock has got to go!
hey, hey, ho, ho, electroshock has got to go!
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Electroshock has got to go!
The adult home system tells you that you're helpless, that you can't take responsibility of yourself because you have a diagnosis. They tell you that you can't live on your own independently because you have a diagnosis. Well, I and a few other folks here are living proof that we can do just that. DAI, Disability Advocates Incorporated, have brought suit against the state of New York to get housing alternatives for adult home residents because they have deemed it prejudicial. They have deemed it inhumane that we are forced to live in a system that rules every aspect of our lives as if we were nothing but garbage. They, for most part, force people into day programs that people really don't want to go to because they get no place. Those day treatment programs are a little more than kindergartens for adults. The spirit in a lot of residents is broken. Some of us, fortunately, managed to avoid that trap. And I'm grateful that I'm stubborn enough and have a big enough mouth to have avoided that trap so that I was able to have some effect, myself and my cohorts, to make change within the system for independent housing opportunities. We have to break the NIMBY mindset, not my backyard, because we're painted as being troublemakers wherever we go. We have to break the bias against us because communities think we're going to cause all kinds of problems. I looked today at the sign-in sheets that we passed in. Legislative, educational, something or other, something or other. It spells LEAD. L-E-A-D. LEAD. We are leaders. We are leaders because we are here. We are fighting for our rights as human beings. We have to do this. We have to fight the tide. We have to break the bias. We have to make the mental health system humane.
Our time is now! Our time is now!
for institutions, and we really want, our message today is about alternatives. It's about community supports and really helping people stay in the community. This is a beginning, you know, when people come together as a group and they come to the state and they talk to their legislators. We want to show numbers. We want to show that we are a voting bloc. We are a united voice that they really need to listen to when they are making a vote or when they're thinking about putting a law or a bill forth. If all of us were registered voters, we all got out and vote, and we all developed a relationship with our local elected officials, and that means on a local level and coming to Albany and talking to them here, we would be educating them and they would be voting for us and they would listen to us. They understand, they hear from the industry a lot. They hear from lots of different organizations, and I'm not going to name all of them, but they hear from providers for housing and treatment and lots of different services. But this is the first time that we are coming together and they are hearing directly from us, people who use services. So this is educating them on what has really helped us and what we want to see happen. This is the beginning of them really seeing that we are a unified voice. We are a group of people that need to be listened to. We have rights, and that we will demand them. Educating our local officials, saying this is what helps. This is where you need to invest. That there's many practices that do harm that we want to let you know has to change, and you need to start investing and supporting bills and supporting funding going to more community-based services, trauma-informed care, and peer support and advocacy. One of the laws that has taken away our rights and has violated our human rights, which is Kendra's Law, happened after a tragedy. And I think it's really, you know, I've been thinking about this a lot since the weekend, since it happened. And I think it's really important, and we do use this as an opportunity to let them know, number one, people with a psychiatric diagnosis are more likely to be a victim than we are violent. And they need to know that, and they need to hear that. 14 times more likely to be a victim. That's right. Force does harm, and that the knee-jerk reaction to a tragedy like this, to have more forceful services, is only going to make the situation worse. And that what they need to invest in is services that it's about relationships and it's about healing, adulthood, and also being in the system. I know for myself, just being locked up and being restrained, secluded, forced drugged, not having control of my body from the drugs. These are traumatic experiences, and we need support services that are going to respond to healing and to see us as humans that deserve to have healing experiences and not traumatic experiences.
Time is now! Time is now! Our 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 time is now!
Our time is now!